This is Egypt. A place I've dreamed of visiting since I was a kid in high school, studying the Quran and learning the stories of Musa and Fir'aun.
Cairo is also another wild place, huh?
Egypt always felt larger than life. A land that shaped civilization, built empires, and left behind monuments that still confuse the entire world. A country that instantly reminds you how small you are in the grand history of humanity.
People they believe 80% that he is the Pharaoh, right? Ana Rabbukum al-A'la, I'm your great Lord.
Since the moment I arrived, I made it my mission to explore as much as I could. I started my journey in Cairo, visiting the pyramids of Giza, navigating the markets, praying at the first mosque ever built in this country, meeting scammers.
Don't worry. No, I don't need it. Yeah, they'll also you, man, but don't worry. Don't lose God, huh?
Making new friends, and then heading west to Siwa Oasis, where I floated in salt lakes near the Libyan border.
Look, man, the water is so clear that it looks like glass, man. So unreal, man.
From there, I traveled the southern part of Egypt, or as some people call it, the black side of Egypt, one of the oldest cultures in Africa and home to some of the earliest settlers along the Nile. From there, I took a hot air balloon ride over the world's greatest open-air museum in Luxor, flying above temples and structures built by powerful pharaohs thousands of years ago. I ended my trip by the Red Sea, scuba diving in some of the richest marine waters on Earth. This entire Egypt journey will be a two-part series. In this video, I'm breaking down all my costs and showing you exactly how much this whole adventure will cost you as a traveler. I poured my heart into making this, so I only ask for one thing: subscribe to the channel and share this video with as many people as you can.
Welcome to Egypt. The reason why I bought this small pocket camera is because I thought I came with the very low expectation. I thought my stuff are gonna be, they're gonna seize it at the airport, my cameras and things. So that's why I bought this camera. But everything was smooth from the immigration checks and all them things, like the customs and all. Everything was smooth. So yeah, that's a good sign. Instead of playing hip hop, play the best artist in Egypt. Okay, this song is Satalana. 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 You're crazy. Okay, you are crazy, yeah? Satalana. This is what petrol costs here in Egypt. Very cheap. If you convert this to years, 0.36 per liter. Not bad at all. Thank you. Yeah. So we're out here in Tesla. I met this guy when I was my guy.
Our friend Ibrahim. We are brothers.
Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go, huh?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Yeah, we are going at our destination.
Yes.
Prince of Haram.
Let's go. Currently here with all these guys, we just met right today, and this is my first day actually in Cairo, and already I'm loving it, man. This guy, Ahmad, he's showing me around, meeting all the guys, you know, really cool. Khalifa.
Khalifa. He's my Khalifa's brother.
Who, this one?
This is Messi.
This is Messi, yeah? But can he play football, this guy?
You're
good?
Inter Miami, good.
Yeah, I know Messi.
Yes.
You look like Messi, yeah? Yeah, so me and the guys, we ended up here at this coffee shop with all the guys here. I like the vibe here. I like the vibe and the energy. You know, cool guys. Arabic sharp, huh? I can speak like the Fusha a little bit.
Videoing me?
Yes. Talk.
Really?
Yes.
Giza camera on Noor.
Okay, Noor, what do you have to say?
Egypt is very beautiful.
Not gonna lie, before arriving here, I had my preconceived notions of Egypt, of North Africa even, but really, I'm surprised, you know.
My first impression of Egypt is intense. It reminded me a bit of Lagos, Nigeria. Cars moving in every direction, horns echoing non-stop, buildings tightly packed together, and millions of people all hustling to make it through a city that never sleeps. But what surprised me the most was the people. They were more welcoming than I expected.
The Egyptians will say a characteristic of Egyptians is damuhum khafif, which translates into their blood is light, but what it means is that they're a jovial people. They're people who like to joke, who like to laugh.
I even said that Egyptians, they are like the Nigerians of North Africa. You know, that's what I said. Just this morning I was seeing it.
I see him.
Yeah, because they're loud, you know. They're loud.
They're loud too, for sure.
Yeah.
When I first got to Cairo 12 years ago, I used to get into a lot of fights because people would call out to me as I was passing by. They'd be like, hey, oh, brown one, hey, Samara. And I would take it to offense. I'd be like, you know, you're calling out the color of my skin. And in other Arab countries, when someone refers to you by your perceived African nationality or by the color of your skin, it usually is backed with arrogance and racism. But what I ended up finding out about Egyptians is that there's all love, you know, even the people who are calling out in that way. If I just responded to them, oh, light-skinned one, they'd laugh and then we'd break bread together. You know, there are black Egyptians, you know, you have the people from Nuba, and you know, even looking at the shifting demographic in Cairo because of the influx of people from Sudan. So people will see you as a black person. Oftentimes you might hear people call out, yeah, Zod, you know, which that's a very Sudanese thing, but there's no malice in it. You know, that's just their way of trying to connect.
So I'm walking to the pyramids, and you know, just like any other tourist destination, people will hustle you. You know, everywhere. Hey, brother, come, good price. I have this, that.
Size, you like it horse?
Don't worry. No, I don't need it. Yeah, so yeah, they'll hustle you, man. But don't worry, no lose guard, huh?
No trip to Egypt is complete without visiting the pyramids. For me, it was the first place I started with. Standing right in front of the Great Pyramids of Giza, one of the last standing wonders of the ancient world. No matter how many photos you've seen, nothing prepares you for their size, their presence, their mystery.
Yeah.
Muhammad.
Okay.
This is the big one, is the cubes.
Okay.
Second one is the Kifrin. Third one is Macarinus.
This is the Pyramid of Khufu. It's the largest of them all. It was built over 4,500 years ago. It was once the tallest man-made structure on earth, constructed as the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu, a king of Egypt's 4th dynasty. What's crazy is how precise it is. 2 million limestone blocks, each cut by hand, aligned almost perfectly with the stars and the cardinal directions. Even today, no one fully understands how they built it with such accuracy.
But then, one thing that I've always wondered, how were these things built?
Take the stone, you take the sand, we make every time, you go into the stone, you take the sand, all sand.
Okay.
All the 4 sand that's close to the pyramid.
Okay.
The second one is the Pyramids of Khafra. the son of Khufu. It looks almost as big as the first one because it was built on higher ground, and it still has some of its original white limestone casing at the top. The smallest of the three is the Pyramid of Munkara. It was built for Khufu's grandson, but don't let its size fool you. This one was crafted with red granite and finished with incredible precision. Some believed Munkara intentionally made his pyramid smaller to focus more on quality and craftsmanship than skill. But together, these three pyramids form one of the most iconic skylines in human history.
This is jam-packed. Whole tourist there. Wow. Insane. Guys, look at this. This is truly breathtaking, man. I mean, how were these guys able to do this, man? How were they able to build this, really? Truly breathtaking. Wow, man. Wow.
From the pyramids, I headed straight to one of Cairo's main markets. This way to move around the city is on a bike because they are fast and perfect for navigating Cairo's endless traffic.
Okay, Ibrahim, Anna. I'm going to the Khan al-Khalil, huh? Yes, I'm a YouTuber.
But don't make a bad one.
Huh?
Don't make a bad one.
I mean, my intention is to make good videos about each country that I visit. But if bad things happen, I'll show it. And I don't go with the intention to show bad things or bad whatever. But if it pops up, I show it. You understand?
No, because people now they have no job and they come to do YouTuber.
Okay.
And they make our picture badly, then they can earn more money. That's not good.
No, I don't do that.
Please, yani.
I don't do that. Yeah, but I want to go to the market, so...
You live in Ghana now, or you live where?
Gambia.
You live in Gambia now, or you live where?
I live in Gambia. Do you think I'm American? I'm not American. Because a lot of people mistaken me here for American.
Yes, because your accent.
I've arrived at the Khan al-Khalil market. It's a maze of narrow alleys, glowing gold shops, carpets hanging from every corner, spices in every color, perfumes filling the air, and Egyptians calling out, "My friend, good fries," every 2 minutes. The place is loud, it is colorful, and it is absolutely beautiful.
What's your name?
My name is Saif. I'm in army now.
Yeah, a photographer.
Yes, I'm photographer.
Yeah, I took a very nice picture of you here.
But I have a better look.
So you pay me 50, I give you, I send it to you.
People watching this video, he have to say, my picture is beautiful and your picture is beautiful.
Okay, now let's
And
compare.
not me.
Let's compare it. Where's
Okay.
mine? Where's mine?
1, 2, 3. Surprise. Look, Migo.
He took a shot of me. Okay.
Not a back sun, not anything, something like this. Look.
Yeah.
You people looking in the street, normal picture, bro. If you like to pay, I give you this sort of 50 Egyptian pound, like not saying like $1, Migo.
Yeah, I also took a nice one of you. Yeah. So you, okay, you, I'll charge you this one. I'll charge you 20 Egyptian pound.
20?
Let's see if I can get a jersey here. Which one is the Egyptian jersey? I like this one, but without any print on it. That's too much.
How many pieces you want? Can you put
This one.
Okay, give me 1400.
Let me see. Hold it.
I make you happy, brother.
You're not making me happy. You're charging me 1,500 for a shirt.
No, wait, fine. Yeah, I choose it after discount, you know.
Yeah, but I'll pay 1,000 for this.
What about 1200?
No, 1,000. You know, even 1,000 is too much for this.
Too much.
I'm paying because I want to patronize.
Can you smile? You get happy.
No, I want to. If I pay 1,000, I'm making you happy.
I'm very happy.
Exactly.
Put serious and you want to
Exactly.
No problem.
Yes, so I'll pay
Okay.
1,000. Let me see if I can get some nice drinks here. Bro, these drinks are how much? The one with this blue one. Let me test it. Okay, this is the one I got.
At night, the market really comes to life. The streets light up, musicians singing traditional songs, and the smell of grilled food and a shisha in every corner.
So at night, the Khan El Khalil market really do come to life with the night bazaar. I highly recommend, man, whenever you are in Cairo, when you explore the market during the day, you bought your souvenirs or whatnot, wait for the night, wait for the evening as well, and enjoy the night bazaar.
I tried local snacks, sipped hot tea, watched people haggle, and just soaked in the atmosphere.
You know, one thing about Egypt, you'll get scammed. Just don't worry about it. If something is costing 100, they'll tell you 500. As long as they know you're not from it, they'll tell you 500. And then you'll say, oh, bro, but I only have 300. And you'll say, hey, if you hear that, just know the man has slaughtered you already. Initially, I was like, bro, I don't like the way Senegal, they try to hustle everything. They're trying to make money from you. Even they try to turn this deen into business, whatever. I came to Egypt, I was like, Senegal, give me a hug. Apparently, Senegalese are the good guys, you know. Just have a budget, create 100 or whatever, call it a scam budget or whatever, because they're going to get money away from you. Like, everyone is trying to get money away from you. As long as they know you're not from here, you're a tourist, everyone is trying to get money from you. You know, even in the masjid. And I went to the masjid to pray, someone will offer you, oh, go here, perform ablution, they'll offer you their shoes and stuff, and then they'll come, Sadaqatul masjid, you know. They'll scam you here and there. Don't even worry about that one. Unless the only time you're not gonna get scammed is if you don't interact with the locals, you stay away from anyone. Whatever they offer you, say no. And then you cannot go to a country and not interact with the locals. I mean, that's the whole point, right? No, but despite all of these things in Egypt, I really like the place, and I actually see myself visiting again. And I think, you know, for those of you who are like, oh, because of you've seen some videos, you're like, I'm not going to Egypt. I think you should visit regardless. I mean, this is Dunya, the mother of the world, for a reason. There's so much to see, there's so much history, there's so much to learn.
It's interesting because the people talk a lot of, they have so much negativity to say about Egypt, but there's a saying in Arabic, Man shariba min nahr al-Nil sayaudu ba'da qalil. Whosoever drinks from the Nile should always come back, and that's definitely been my experience.
I have a personal ritual. Every time I visit a new country, I pray 2 rakat at one of its central mosques.
Just finished praying 2 rak'ats here in the central mosque of Cairo. Oops, subhanallah. This is the Amr bin As mosque. That was the same Sahaba who was like the military commander who led the conquest of Egypt right under the Caliphate of Umar bin Khattab radiallahu anhu. It was actually the first ever mosque built in Egypt, one of the first in Africa. It was built right after the Muslim conquest of Egypt. Feels good to be standing right here, one of the first masjids ever built in Africa, praying 2 rak'ats here.
After prayers, now I'm heading to a famous restaurant in Egypt, home of the legendary koshari, Egypt's favorite comfort food.
Yeah, you can see behind me, the place is packed. Yep.
Just normal, no spicy. Taste lemon, salt and pepper, garlic mixed vinegar, spicy, and tomato sauce, and onion, and chili. Bon appetit. Enjoy.
Thank you. If you ask any Egyptian what's the best place to get any koshari, this is the place that they'll direct you here. It's a mix of rice, pasta, lentils, fried onions, and also spicy tomato sauce, right? I know it sounds like a lot, but it's a perfect description of Cairo. Chaotic and yet diverse and balanced and very nice as well. And this mango juice also, man, this mango juice tastes really, really, really good, man. I highly, highly recommend that. When you're here, this is the first time I had like proper, nice meal. I would recommend, I'll give it 8 out of 10. Standing right in front of the Egyptian Museum. This is one of the most important museums in the world. It has been here since 1902, so it's pretty old. It houses over 120,000 artifacts. There's a lot of things inside here.
Since Egypt is a land that shaped civilization, visiting just one museum isn't enough. I started with the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, a place packed wall to wall with ancient artifacts and statues. Then I visited the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization, home to the Royal Mummies Hall and some of the most well-preserved pieces of Egyptian history. Inside, I saw countless mummies, including the mummy of Ramses II himself, the very pharaoh mentioned in the story of Musa. Egypt's story begins long before the pyramids, long before the pharaohs, long before anyone ever carved their name into stone. It begins with the Nile. For thousands of years, people settled along the river Nile because it brought life to the desert. But every year, the Nile flooded and left behind rich black soil, what the ancient Egyptians called Kemet. This fertile land was perfect for farming, and where there was food, there was stability, and where there was stability, communities grew. Those communities eventually became one of the earliest civilizations on Earth. From these early settlements emerged the first kingdoms of the Nile Valley, cultures like the Naqada, the Badarian, and the Lower Egyptian societies. These were the ancestors of the first pharaohs and some of the earliest agricultural and political systems in human history. Over time, two major regions formed: Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. I know it sounds reversed, but that's because the Nile flows from the highlands of the south down to the Mediterranean in the north. Today, Lower Egypt includes Cairo all the way to Alexandria. Upper Egypt covers Luxor, Aswan, and all the way down to Sudan. As these two regions grew powerful, a southern king named Narmer united them around 3100 BCE, creating the world's first major nation-state. This was the birth of ancient Egypt. Then came the era everyone knows, the age of the pharaohs. For nearly 3,000 years, pharaohs ruled as kings, warriors, and even gods on earth. They commanded armies, built cities, raised temples, and created monuments so massive that even today, we still don't fully understand how they were built. So the Old Kingdom, they gave us the iconic pyramids and the mysterious things that guards them. The Middle Kingdom, they brought new heights in art, literature, and architecture. And then the New Kingdom produced some of the most legendary rulers in history: Hatshepsut, Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, and Ramses II, one of the greatest pharaohs of all time. But Egypt didn't stay isolated. Over the centuries, it was shaped by the Assyrians, the Persians, Alexander the Great and the Greeks, the Romans, and finally, the Islamic conquest of the 7th century. Cairo was founded, mosques were built, scholars and traders turned the city into a global center of knowledge and Islamic culture. And that is why Egypt and Egyptians are the way they are today. A blend of ancient, modern, African, Arab, old civilizations, and new identities. السلام عليكم. أين السيارة التي تذهب إلى الهرم؟
إلى؟
هرم.
فين في الهرم؟
طريقة الهرم.
لا
السيارة.
فين بقى؟
فين بقى؟ ما معنى فين بقى؟ أين السيارة التي تذهب إلى طريقة الهرم؟
أين السيارة دي؟
هنا هذا.
المية فين بقى؟
هرم وترس هرم وترس.
Yeah, so I'm about to buy some fruits. Half a kilo of bananas is like 30 Egyptian pounds. And then I'm buying like 20. That's also like a lot. So food stuff like fruits and things, they're cheap here. Okay, shukran. What's your name?
Usama.
Usama, and I'm Ibrahim.
Habibi.
Nice to meet you, bro. Uridu Arba. Once you start exploring outside of the tourist area, you'll start to see the real Egypt. Now, actually, I'm starting to fall in love with the place. But around that Khalil, I was so stressed out, man. Now that I'm going out in the street, it's really nice, you know, seeing the real side. I would say real side, because the other side was a tourist market. So they'll just rip you off like mad. But it's good, actually. Nice, lovely people, man. So far, I'm loving it. I got some fruits. I got some street food. I'm actually going to use this for dinner.
By day 3, I had already fallen in love with Egypt. This city never sleeps. At night, every corner comes alive. People outside chatting, watching football, smoking shisha, eating street food. The energy here is totally unique.
The hustle culture here is insane. Like, people here, they know how to hustle, they know how to make money, they want to grind. Businesses don't even close. Egypt don't sleep. 11 or 12, brother, what do you want?
I've been living in Egypt for about 7 years now. Egyptians, they're an interesting people. They're very colorful people. They're very vibrant. They're very expressive. They have a unique sense of humor as well.
Today, I'm heading over to Sheikh Mustafa Brick's house. He invited me over for lunch.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
And he even prepared my favorite Senegambian meal.
That is here.
Mafe. Today I said, let me come and do yassa.
Oh yeah? This yassa looks.
Yassa gym.
Tey moom chef daf ñu teral tey. Tey moom daf ñu teral tey, ah?
I'm done before, danga koy teral.
Wow, there's dibi here as well. MashaAllah.
How long have you been away from Gambia?
Not 2 weeks. Miss Gambia right now. The thing is, when you go back for like 2 weeks, you're like, I need to get out of here. What's Gambia?
No, I like Gambia, man. Let me see. But I like slow living, that's why I moved here when I was in my early 20s. And it was, I would say, the best decision that I would have made for my youth. The standard of living compared to the amount of money that you're going to spend is also amazing. It's cheaper than, I mean, I grew up in the UK, but I'm Nigerian, Gambian, right? And it's cheaper here than in Gambia. It's cheaper here even than in Nigeria to live like a good quality and standard of life. And due to the reason why I came in terms of studying, that's how you meet people from all over the world. So I've been able to acquaint myself with like Indonesians, Malaysians, Indians, Pakistanis, people from the UK, people from the US, people from Australia. They all come here to study, and the common language that you have to speak to all of them is Fusha Arabic. So you have an opportunity to practice your Fusha. You don't really get to practice it with Egyptians. You have to learn their dialect if you want to speak to them.
What is their dialect called?
Amiya, they call it Amiya here. Yeah, so that Egyptian Amiya is also something, but even the Egyptian Amiya is useful to learn because Egypt is the media hub of the Arab world. It's like the Hollywood of the Arab world. So all of the music in the Arab world is recorded here. All of the movies and TV series, most of them are recorded here as well. So every single Arab can understand Egyptian Arabic because if you grow up in an Arab household watching TV or listening to music, you'll be acquainted with the Egyptian dialect. So, you know, that's also a part of the culture. So it's a cultural hub for the Arab world as well.
I speak classical Arabic, right? It is like the Arabic of the Quran. What I noticed, even in Mauritania, each of these North African countries or the Middle East, whatever, they all have their own dialects, like of Arabic. The Arabic that I speak, this one that they taught us, this is like the Quran. So when you speak it, they look at you like, what is this guy? Who does this guy think he is? You know, I sound like, thou shalt not take what belongs to thee. To them, it's very funny. The way they look at you, you'll know that, what is this guy saying?
This is my last day in Cairo. I leave in the evening to Siwa, but before that, I wanted to fully explore Old Cairo.
You know, Egyptians are actually very nice people. So many people I meet, they'll just chat me up and invite me over for coffee. I've met some nice people, but also, you don't get that confused, right? They'll show you a lot of hospitality, but sometimes it's not genuine hospitality. They're always trying to get something from you. Even though you'll meet people that are like showing you genuine hospitality, but not a lot, based on my experience. Especially if you're in around the pyramids or around the Khan al-Khalil market. Anyone that you meet there, they're just trying to get something from you. Yeah, but once you start going out, you know, in the local markets and things, you realize actually very nice people. Old Cairo is one of those places that automatically overwhelms all your senses, right? The streets are tight, the buildings are so stacked close to each other, you can almost touch them. But it's really beautiful as well, you know. Karim, أنا إبراهيم. أنا من غامبيا. تعرف غامبيا؟
أعرف.
أين غامبيا؟
نفس السودان صح؟
ها؟
نفس السودان.
غرب أفريقيا. كريم، قل welcome to Egypt. قل welcome to Egypt. Okay, Karim, after.
Old Cairo is one of the oldest living cities in the Islamic world. After the Muslim conquest of Egypt led by Amr bin As, the first Muslim settlement was built here. It was called Fustat, the very first Islamic capital of Egypt. Over the centuries, different Islamic dynasties left their mark here. The Umayyads, the Abbasids, and then the Fatimids, who founded a brand new royal city and they called it Qahira. That is the Cairo we know today. As time went on, the Ayyubids under Salahuddin, the Mamluks, and the Ottomans each added their own layers, marketplaces, mosques, schools, and some of the most beautiful Islamic architecture in the world. I'm leaving Cairo now and taking a 10-hour bus ride west, deep into the desert to a place called Siwa Oasis, one of the most peaceful corners of Egypt.
Yeah, we just arrived in Siwa, so like a 10-hour drive. This is the mode of transportation. This is my hotel I just checked in. Dates falling on the ground, olives here. Really amazing spot.
When I arrived, the vibe instantly changed. Siwa is calm, it is slow, and it is silent. It's the complete opposite of Cairo. Immediately I fell in love with the architecture here, the way their homes are built from mud, salt, and palm wood, and just the general calmness of daily life here.
Habibi, welcome to Siwa Oasis. Siwa is one of the most magical places in Egypt. It's somewhere hidden deep in the Sahara near the border with Libya, and it's like 750 kilometers outside of Cairo. Siwa is actually one of those places where the people still hold on to their cultures and their way of life. The people are Amazigh, their language, their culture, their architecture. It tells stories that are even older than Egypt itself. So I'm really excited to be here. I can't wait to see different places, from the Salt Lake to the Cleopatra's Bath to catch the sunset. Actually, that's the one that I'm really excited for, man. Okay,
This is my guide, Mansour. He'll be showing me around Siwa today. Our first stop was the ancient Shali Fortress, a centuries-old citadel made from natural materials that still stands today.
And these guys are built different, man. Look, V8 cars, man. You know, Toyota V8 cars. Man. I think petrol is so cheap in here. They use these cars just as a regular cars, you know.
After exploring the fortress, I tried some local Siwan food.
So this is a mixed vegetable, you know, it's mixed with tomatoes, potatoes and different things. This one is liver, this one is bread. Have this for lunch. It is made of tomatoes, potatoes, and something else, I don't know what. But it doesn't taste like any of those things. It tastes more like beans.
Now I'm visiting the famous Salt Lakes, one of the most surreal places that I've ever been.
The water is so clear that it looks like glass, man. So unreal, man. It has so much salt, you know, the salt content is so high that you can effortlessly float. You can never drown in this. So let's get in here and see. They say it has like healing components, but just the swimming alone, just, you know, floating on it is enough for me. Going back, but then I saw a lot of dates on the road, so I'm going to pick them up. When I was in Uganda, I ate so much bananas. I had to Google what eating so much bananas, what does it do to people? That's what I'm about to do here with these dates, man. Allah has perfect balance, you know. God has created this perfect balance, you know. Yeah, things that we buy back from very expensive. Yeah, you just pick them on the road. And some of the things that are so much in abundance in our homes, yeah, it's rare. Right here, there's the Cleopatra spring, the natural spring. Legend has it that Queen Cleopatra herself bathed in here. I mean, anyways, I'm not swimming in here. Yeah, you know, I said I'm not gonna swim. I lied, man. I'm tempted. I'm going to jump in it, even if it's for 5 seconds. So. Man, that was so good. If this is all I get from Siwa, I'm good.
I'm about to end the day at Fantasy Island, watching the sunset slowly disappears behind the dunes.
We're chasing the sunset, man. This is where the sunset brought us. This is Fadna's Island, or as the locals call it, Fantasy Island. It's the best place to watch the sunset in Siwa. It's surrounded by these date trees and with the lake reflecting the colors of the sun. It's the perfect place, or the perfect way to end the day. Really fascinating, man. And it's peaceful as well. That marks the end of our trip. Next, I'm going to Aswan to show the black side of Egypt. I hope you enjoyed this one, you know. Also, I'll just highly advise, don't stay a lot, don't stay long in Cairo. Cairo it's a different place. I mean, it's expected, it's the capital city. You know, you have people from different parts of the country, they all go there to hustle, to survive. So all that harassment, all that trying to scam you, just people trying to survive, man. I feel like that's also what makes Cairo unique and special and all these things. Ah, my brother, I'll make it for you, good price, all those things. It's what makes Cairo also interesting because you don't expect to go to all these different places and get the same vibe from everywhere you go, right? So that should not stop you from visiting Egypt. You come to Egypt, you love it. You know, I mean, already before coming here, I had my preconceived notions of North Africa, you know, of Egyptian, of North Africans in general. The thing is, right, it's just that we have a different skin colors, but really, these guys are African to the core. You know, being African is this vibe, you know, that you carry. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but Egyptians, they have that and more. You know, I feel good here, you know, I feel good. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I mean, like the video and share it with your friends, you know, engage with it.